GeForce Now is amazing, and straight up forward, I do believe it also delivers a better gaming experience than next-gen console. Especially if you're trying to play with keyboard and mouse, the input delay difference is insane in comparison to console. I've been playing a bunch of arena rounds, normal battle royale, creative, and even tilted zone wars here in GeForce Now on the RTX 3080 plan, and I gotta say it was amazing. I had literally no issues when it comes down to editing, building, going for fast and snappy motions, and even my FPS was super consistent most of the time. The only instance where my FPS actually dropped below was when I landed at the new mega city, which is arguably the largest POI Fortnite ever had, so it's understandable that the FPS might drop below 240, sometimes even in the hundreds. But besides that, the same is also happening on next-gen consoles, and here on GeForce Now it's definitely a lot more stable. I could fully customize everything which I wanted in the Fortnite options themselves, and as mentioned, the gameplay was buttery smooth. So if you're right now maybe thinking about getting a next-gen console or GeForce Now because your current PC isn't really good enough, I can highly recommend you GeForce Now, especially if you're trying to get a subscription for half a year. You get even additional percentages off, and it's fairly cheap even in comparison to anything else which you can find on the market. So if you're right now playing on 60 FPS, maybe last gen console or actual low-end PC, low-end laptop, this is a great change. And I'm also going to show you how you can set up your GeForce Now to make it feel even better. Once you basically launch your GeForce Now, it should look exactly like this here, guys. You're gonna have all the games which you have right now on your PC or linked or whatsoever, and you only have to click on the menu and go into settings. Once you're in here, just simply scroll down a little bit, guys, and then you can see your server location in the first place. Make sure to select that directly to where you are from, guys. For me, it's EU Central. And then we're gonna continue now with the streaming quality. You don't want to put it to balance, data server, competitive. You want to put it to custom, guys. I would say the sweet spot for the maximum bitrate is anywhere between 40 and 50 Mbits, guys. Of course, the higher you can go, the better, but 50 looks still amazing and feels amazing. Then for your resolution, if you have really good internet, guys, try to keep it as high as you can. If you right now struggle a little bit or your image overall is a little bit pixelated, you can go even lower, something like 1280 times 720, and then bump the bitrate again up a little bit. But for me here, as of right now on my internet, I'm gonna keep it on 1920 times 1080 and put it back to 50 because that makes my image actually look nearly perfect as if I would be playing it on my PC. Then for the frame rate, guys, depending on your plan which is selected, you can choose between 30, 60, 120 and even 240 FPS, guys. But Fortnite at the current point I think only supports 120 FPS, so I'm gonna keep it on that, and then again make sure to adjust your megabytes per second. VSync you definitely want to make sure to turn off, guys. Reflex as well, because this is just like additional effects which will cost you a lot of performance. And basically the higher your internet usage is, the more likely you're gonna experience pixelated image, which you of course want to avoid 100%. Then as an extra tip, also make sure this one here is checked, adjust for poor network conditions, and then you're gonna scroll down because GeForce Now actually has AI upscaling, guys, and this one is super hardware demanding. So therefore, if you want your game to look as good as possible, you can of course select AI enhance and adjust it to whatever you guys want. But if you're actually on a little bit slower internet, or you want to make sure that you never experience any sort of like pixeling on your screen, put it to standard, so it's basically disabled. It even says select if you're experiencing image quality or performance issues. And with that said, you're already done. Now you can go back into your games, enjoy Fortnite on literally perfect settings.